Our project began with two separate intentions. Luke had wanted to create a drum kit which controlled different sampled drum sounds. Myself, I wanted to create a kind of dynamic audio-visual feedback loop using guitar input. My side of the project uses a USB preamp and manipulates the incoming signal so that it harmonizes at different intervals and uses video input to control which interval is manipulated. It is then visualized with a waveform replicator where the color is controlled by the amount of white light in each column. This allows the user to control the type of chord created by each note on the guitar by moving his or her hands in front of the computer's video camera. The amplitude of the sound also controls a warping effect on the waveform visualizer. Initially, I faced some problems of light conditions, but have mostly worked them out by incorporating an adjustment feature that takes in information from the computer's built-in light sensor. This has allowed for the application to work in most normal light settings.
The drums themselves are made out of conductive foam that have a piece of conductive tinfoil taped to each side with a wire attached to each tinfoil. I cut up 2 paper plates to place on each side to protect it, which I then taped. For the finished look, I placed a sheet over each pad and taped them down on each side. The support for the toms was built completely out of wood. It contains a box for the microcontroller and 4 wooden circles to hold the toms. The wires from each tom were run straight through the wooden structure and then underneath into the box where the microcontroller is contained. I used conductive foam so that the pads would be pressure sensitive. As you can see, how hard you hit it determines how loud the sound is. And I created the drum stand out of an old keyboard one. Action shot.
This project was created to examine the relationship between audio information and visual information, as well as the similarities of each medium. I hoped that by using Max MSP, I would be able to fuse together these different forms of communication. The final project, as it stands, controls each aspect of the output enough so that a worthwhile connection is formed.